Hello everybody and welcome back to the finale of Let's Play Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time we completed the little trials around Ganon's tower to clear the way, with references sort of to the temples we've been clearing out all this time. And now it's time to ascend the tower to the final showdown. And we had some annoying fire keys that seem to be appearing in and out of existence. There was one just flying around and now it just hi! Okay, you're dead. Now they're all dead. So let's take off our red tunic. Let's just make this classic green so we can make this nice. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the Master Sword on. Let's make this a little more interesting and dramatic and not just so overpowered. My one regret for this playthrough is that I used the big horn sword the whole time and made this a little less interesting than it could be. Especially that Morpha battle. That was... Oh my god, I'm playing like crap. Wow, really? This is it, right? And you're dead. So basically, our way up the tower is just a couple of small, like little fights. We got X. Oh, I think Stalfos. Oh, baby. I think this is another case. I think you have to defeat both, or nope. This is not timed. You would see the bones in the floor if you had to defeat them both, and defeat the other one before the other one comes back to life, like back in the forest temple. And for some reason, although you can't proceed without defeating them, they make you feel the need to collect a boss key. I guess just to make it feel like really, final, like you're doing something very concrete here. That's interesting. Like I said, it's not like you can just go without defeating the Stalfos in that room anyway. Alright, the music seems to be getting louder because now I can kind of hear it. Okay, we just got a couple of Iron Knuckle fights. Now, if one thing that's interesting, I would wake them both up at the same time, but really? Oh. We got a lovely little black one here, too, with the nice black armor, and the other one's white, so this is kind of... Ooh, I actually got hit. Look at that. I actually got hit. Wow, I'm really surprised at that one. Oh yeah, let me see now. Good thing I remembered to look. Maybe now that there's no throne, we can kind of clip through and see the Gerudos that I was talking about. Maybe. Maybe not. I thought this would work a little better than I thought. I thought it was the throne, them sitting on the throne, making it difficult to clip through their armor. But trust me, it's definitely there. You can definitely look this up. And what's that emblem on the I don't know what that emblem is. I wonder if that means anything. Okay, that's unfortunate. I thought this would definitely work. It looks like we're almost clipped in, but we can't quite see what's underneath. Yeah, oh well. Let's just get rid of it. Oh my god, what? Whoa! That was like a death wish. The camera like flipped around on me and I actually backed up into him, but after he had already swung the axe, so it didn't cause any damage. That's kind of interesting though. This is a lot more dramatic when I'm just using the Master Sword. Cool, cool. Alright. Alright, so the music gets louder. Let's climb up the staircase, and now we have a boss door. Alright. These pots contain some refills, but we don't really need anything. I think we'll be okay. Maybe. Famous last words, but let's just do it. And now here is the final stretch of staircase. Kind of reminds me of the staircase in Super Mario 64. You know, with the paintings on the side and it's the red carpet, and it seems kind of endless. And I'm not sure what this design on the stained glass is supposed to be. Like, it doesn't really resemble anything. It kind of looks like, I don't know. What is that actually? It's such an abstract piece of art. Like, it kind of looks like a flower, but someone like ate it and threw it up, I think. Or it kind of looks like a pear. You see how, like, you see like the four like tan pieces of the pear, and there's like a leaf on top. Or it's like a discolored banana. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at there, but yeah, it definitely looks like whatever it is, it's dead now. Well, here it is, the final showdown with Ganondorf himself. Let's see what awaits us. Get a little cutscene here. Who knew Ganondorf is so good at, man, he's so musical. Listen to him play on that organ there. Oh my goodness. He must have had years of practice just sitting up here and practicing endlessly. As my hand glows. Her hand glows. He senses disturbance. Oh, it even refills your hearts and stuff for you. That's interesting. The power of the Triforce. And then he stops. That was a terrible cadence. The Triforce parts are resonating. They are combining into one again. The two Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago. I didn't expect they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally, all the Triforce parts have gathered here. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me. Skylar, I can't help you because of the ways of darkness. I can't get close. I'm sorry, Skylar. So basically, you can't Z-target in this battle because darkness is keeping Navi away. Here we go. Get away quickly. He destroys the floor. And then you think it's something epic, but we just get a repeat of Phantom Ganon. So, time your hits and play some tennis. Oh, I forgot. I get the light arrows out quickly. And there's lots of lag. Wow! Oh, we can Z-target here. And just go to town. And then run away. Oh my god, there's so much lag in this battle though. So that's why I like to use the hook shot. Oh, camera was a little funky there, okay. But yeah, there's so much lag, so jumping might be a little difficult and I don't know. Oh, I missed. Damn you. Okay. Fine, laugh all you want. Laugh all you want, big guy. It's the Williams sisters. One-on-one. Let's go. I like how these balls of light are like... Oh, pay attention. I feel like it... Ah, that was a terrible one because I missed with the hook shot. But yeah, he like absorbs the light from the windows and that's what he uses to blow energy back at you. Oh, I thought I missed that one. Come on. Come on, big boy. Oh my god, I missed. This is ass. Oh, thought I missed. I thought it was too early on that one. on, just miss already. You know you wanna. Come on. I missed again? Oh my god, this is annoying. I'm running out of magic, it seems like. These light arrows take a lot of magic. There we go. Really? Maybe I'm better off just jumping. Wow, okay, you know what? I'm probably gonna not do that anymore. Because I am literally wasting time. Wasting time and magic. I thought that would be a good idea. Oh my god. Oh, that's interesting. I've only lost 3 hearts. Oh my god. This is gonna be a long episode. Concentrating. Come on, double fault. Let's go. Alright, let's just run. There's lag, but we'll deal. Wow, this is not going as well as I had hoped. It's going really badly, actually. Oh, hey, I wasn't ready. Okay, we got it. We're good. Ooh, a little late on that one. Might have to drop down. Oh my god, what? I have to drop down and find some magic. Don't have to. Oh wait. Oh nope. I was gonna do his other move. Well, I'm playing like shit. Hope you're enjoying. See, I'm kind of glad, though, that I didn't use the big orange sword. It made this a little more dramatic and interesting. Because I'm doing badly. Instead of just owning him in 5 seconds. Don't look at yourself, Link. Don't look at your... Don't be checking yourself out here. Let's go. Like, what the hell was that? Oh, damn it! This is so stupid sometimes. You only get that one chance. The light arrows don't recharge fast enough for you to, like, get 2 shots in. Alright, this is a good one. That was a good cycle. You know, I probably should drop down. I definitely do need some magic. Like, he just kind of waits patiently. They're like, okay, you'll come back when you're ready. But God, this thing's annoying. Alright. Ooh. Some arrows, I guess, is good, but I didn't really need them that badly. Oh, we get any magic on this side? Yeah. Come on, one more jar. Damn it. Okay. I hope we don't need to use that magic potion in this battle. Because yes, there are 2 Somebody just dropped something. It was very loud. Hey, calm your tits. I wasn't ready. Look at what you just... Oh my god, he's like, no, not fooling around here. Let's go. Oh, that lent itself nicely there. Ugh, this lag is a killer though. Alright, is he going to do his other attack now? Because this is an interesting attack if he does it. Nope, no, he's not going to do it. Alright, that was good. Wow, he didn't do it. That was really disappointing. I purposely used the Master Sword so that the battle would go slowly enough so I could show off his other move. So what he does is he does another secondary attack sometimes, where instead of just lobbing the energy ball at you, he will like, I don't know what he does. He like gathers a bunch of energy like all at once. Like he'll hold it above his head. It'll make a different noise. It'll just like build up. It's sort of like one of his attacks in Melee, where he does like that shadow thing, or sort of like Mewtwo's attack in Melee. And there's actually two ways to counter it. The traditional way to get it is to charge up your sword and then like spin attack all of it back at him, and then it functions the same way. You shoot him with a light arrow and then continue like before. There's also an easier way to do it is when he's charging up the energy, you just shoot him with a light arrow and it works the same way. But yeah, he didn't do it, and I used the Master Sword just so I could go slowly enough to show it off. But nope, he didn't do it at all. But oh well. The great evil King Ganondorf beaten by this kid. Oh, here's an interesting point right here. Another change in the game. He's about to cough up some blood, and it's red. In the original version of the game, the blood is red, and in all future releases, it is green because red blood is too offensive. I guess I don't know. Like can't have red blood in a game, but there it is. The original red blood right there. Skylar. Then he screams. Now shit's going down. Oh, he's destroying all the abstract art. That doesn't mean anything. Damn it. I was enjoying that. How could you? That was valuable art. And then he just falls at your feet. And there's Zelda, who, where the hell was she the whole time? She was just kind of existing. Was she watching? Did she see how much I sucked? Ganondorf, pitiful man. Without a strong righteous mind, he cannot control the power of the gods. And shit's going down. Oh no. Da-da-da-da-da. Dramatic moment here. Skylar, listen to me. This tower will collapse soon. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please, follow me. Alright, bitch, I'll follow you. You got 3 minutes to get to the bottom of the tower. This section can be kind of annoying because Zelda's a bit of a sensitive little bitch. You might see what I'm talking about. Like, you can't really get too much ahead of her, or else she'll like freak out. And if you get hit with anything, she freaks out and like freezes until like, you come to her again. Well, I guess I got a little ahead of her here. I guess if you're careful, you can do it. Open that door, bitch. So yeah, this can be a bit of a tedious thing. Where the hell is she? Oh. It's gonna be a tedious thing. Like, anytime you get hit by anything, she freaks the fuck out. It's borderline, like, irritating. Sometimes. And some of these parts here, like, if you jump and, like, you look like you're gonna, like, fall, she freaks out, too. Like, oh, that didn't happen there. Watch, I'm saying all this shit, and now I look like an idiot, because none of it's happening. He just got hit in the cutscene there. That was kind of cool. Come on, girl. Let's go. Find the way out. Opening doors with the power of my womanhood. Oh, God. Don't ever say that again. Oh, like that. Okay. She's just, like, freaked out because I jumped. Like, calm down. I've been doing this shit for, like, 7 years, bitch. I'm fine. We're all good in the hood. Oh, cutscene, and then she is trapped in fire, and we have a fight with some Stalfos. And this one is most definitely timed in that you have to defeat both within a certain time frame. Now I'm going to continue to use the Master Sword. Oh, and I'm doing badly. on, dude. Can you, like, attack me? Okay, see, he just crumbles into pieces that are still visible on the floor, so you want to make quick work of this other one before... Come on. This lag is killing me. Oh, come on. Come on. Got it. And she is free. Thank you, Skylar. Now let's hurry. And she poops out some hearts. But we don't need that shit. And that guy shit out a nut. But we're good. All's good in the hood. Tell you, I think we got one last outdoor distension one here. So you can we're getting closer to the bottom. Oh, stop it. We're fine. Got hit in the cutscene again. Guess I'm gonna die. Okay. I haven't got hit with any rocks yet. She hasn't freaked out about that. Alright, we're getting really close to the end here. With a minute to spare. Oh, there you go, I got hit by a rock. And see, she like stops moving. Like, don't stop moving. I'll be fine. Zelda, please. We only have a minute left. Alright, we got a redead there just for fun. I like how she doesn't freak out about that. Like, that doesn't worry her at all. That's not cause for alarm, a redead, but a little rock hitting my head. That's what kills it. Oh, let's go, let's go. We're almost there. Here's the exit. Open the door. Use your heavenly powers to open that door. Let's go. And now we get to watch the tower crumble. Huh, so that's what the blueprints look like. It's just crumbling out. This is always a very impactful cutscene to me as a kid. We're watching this thing, like, destroyed. Oh, it's zip zop zoobity bop and down the slopes. It's also a scene full of lag on the N64. Like, holy shit. Look at that frame rate. It's horrible. And the recording that you guys are probably watching is probably worse than what I'm seeing. So just imagine that. I always thought his castle looked like a pie here. It was a very polygonal pie. That's it. That's all that's left. It's over. It's finally over. Oh, look at that smile on his face. Skylar, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before. Yeah, you were never that useful to begin with. Let's face it. What was that? Well, I guess we should go find out. Also, it's interesting to note that the actual background is a little different than what it looks like when you're actually there, because like the path past, it looks like more like the ground is gone. Like you couldn't just go over there and leave. Like there's just nothing to stand on over there. Now let's see what's going on here. Oh, fire. Well, it looks like we got another battle. Oh, he's pissed. Also, look at that hair. Like, that's the most 80s mullet I've ever seen. He's gonna fight me with the power of rock and roll. Or he'll just explode into blue light and turn into a gigantic pig. That's what they did in the 80s, right? For experienced Zelda players at the time, meaning not me, this is a pretty, in fact, impactful reveal that he just becomes the Ganon of old, because this is the first time we've seen the actual Ganondorf character, even though now it's a staple of the Zelda series. Previously, the main villain has always been Ganon alone, and that's what this giant pig monster is, you know, the first Zelda, and he was seen in Zelda 2, you know, bit of a cameo when you got a game over, though you didn't actually fight him. A Link to the, A Link to the Past. That was the final boss. Was Ganon. The blue pig with the trident. He doesn't have a trident here, but he has two little swords. Link's Awakening, I don't think had any references to. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, it did. In the final fight with the nightmare there, one of his forms is actually Ganon, and he fights similarly to the way he did in A Link to the Past. But now we have this Ganondorf character, which sounds similar, but is not quite the same person until now. So, interesting. There's no way he's going to hold me back again. This time, we fight together. But yes, Ganondorf is a staple of the series now. Yes, and you'll notice that he knocked away your Master Sword, so you can't actually use that. So, there's a number of things you could do here. You could, I'm not sure if arrows work. They might. The Mechaton Hammer I know works, which I think is what you would default to if you had not collected the Biggoron Sword. I don't think it matters what weapon you use. I think they all do pretty similar damage. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Hello? Stop. Excuse me. Okay. Actually, I'm doing this wrong. Roll under his legs, then target his very gay-friendly tail out there. Just repeat the process. Roll under his legs, he'll miss pretty much every time. And then you just go for that tail. Go get some tail. When you know what to do, this is kind of a pretty lame fight. But yeah, with the music and the atmosphere of the battlefield, of just being in the crumbles of his tower, and you not being sure what to do, this is a pretty awesome final battle overall. But when you know what to do, it's kind of repetitive and lame, but the atmosphere is still nice. If you're having trouble, you can actually shoot his face with light arrows. But since he's pretty slow right here, it's not overly necessary. Oh my god, it's kind of dark. Wait, what am I Z-targeting? Oh, no, I don't. Okay, I got him. I didn't want to Z-target the princess. Like, what am I Z-targeting here? If you do run out of things, you can lead him over to the little pillars and the towers, and you can destroy them like Iron Knuckles do, and you can get, like, magic and arrows and stuff, if you need them. And we have a bit of a mid-fight break here where we can get the Master Sword back. Now, they definitely intend for you to use the Master Sword now. I don't know if you can use anything else, but it's just more epic to use. Alright, so he's going for his tail again. However, he's a lot faster now. So you might want to use the light arrows. They just help a lot. You don't have to, though. You can still roll under his legs and stuff. It still works, but his reflexes are a lot better in the second half of this battle. Nice. Ooh. Well. So much for that 3-heart run, am I right? Ooh, got him. Man, he's not really as vicious as they made him out to be, is he? And this is where you might want to have the magic refill, because yeah, you can destroy pillars, but you can't guarantee what's going to come out. Oh wait. Oh, that was cool. That was a pretty cool save there. Yep, and that's it. That's the end of the battle. He goes down with his little pig nose there. Oh, and the horns. See, look at them horns. Zelda holds him down with her power magic shit there, whatever that is. I'm using my power to hold the evil king. You use your sword and deliver the final blow. Oh, I'll blow him, alright. I mean, I'll deliver the final blow. Let's just use the sword. Your sword lights up. Gets all magical and shit. And then you just kind of hit him. Get some more red blood for us to enjoy. And right in the face. And that's it. That is, if you were doing a speed run of this game, that is where the timer would stop, because you no longer control the game. So I'm just going to put my controller down and just talk. 6 sages now. She goes down on her knees. Ancient creators of Hyrule, or the descendants of them, now open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm. Light, fire, water, spirit, shadow, forest. Whew. I'll be really upset if this recording fails or if something goes wrong with this recording. I just poured all my energy into playing this game tonight. I was so excited to get it ended. You. Curse you. Fuck you, Zelda. Curse you, sages. Although Zelda is one of the sages. She's the seventh sage. The sage that ruled them all. Curse you, Skylar. I love this image of him spinning, in place. Like his face. Someday when this seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants. You ever hear of a game called Wind Waker? Because that was a thing. That happened. As long as the Triforce of Power is in my hand. Well, you gotta give it back, dude. You lost it. Now we're somewhere peaceful. What we got going on here? Oh my. We're just standing on nothing. That's how physics works. This game has been all about physics, hasn't it? Thank you, Skylar. Oh, I get to control this. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus peace will once again reign in this world, for a time. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the sacred realm. First I was afraid, I was petrified, I dragged you into it too, now it is time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the door of time. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. May I have your hand in marriage? Skylar, give the ocarina to me. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. I mean, I can do that myself. What do I need you for? I've been doing this myself. You were trapped as a boy. So manly. Look at those rippling arms. When peace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for us to say goodbye. Now she's gonna play the ocarina. Ew, he's got all that. Now, go home, Skylar. You are drunk. Regain your lost time. Regain your lost time. Home, where you were supposed to be, the way you were supposed to be. Ew, she's gonna play the ocarina. You got all that spit in it, man. We're getting all glowy and sparkly. How nice. Big sigh of relief. Thank you, Skylar. Goodbye. And now we just have the end credits, so oh boy, where do I begin? My first Let's Play here. I've been wanting to do this game for a very long time. I just never had the equipment, or I never had the time, and I really still don't have the time, but I get to talk now as we get a nice cinematic shots of all the areas we've been through throughout the entire game, with some very wonderful music playing in the background. So a lot to talk about. I definitely think that for my first LP, this is not bad. Definitely, the beginning was definitely quite awkward, and I didn't quite have a voice yet in terms of, how to really conduct myself, on camera, so to speak, even though I'm not really on camera. But I think definitely by the time that 10 episodes or so went by, I definitely felt a lot more comfortable just talking as I was playing. The first few episodes were definitely very dry and instructional, and I've been told that. So and I take constructive criticism seriously. So I definitely think even without me really making an attempt, I just grew more comfortable as the episodes went by. My voice sucks, and I think definitely the way I talk still even now is a little dry. But that's just kind of the way I talk. But I think as I do it more, I'll definitely get more comfortable. God, this music is so good. Score by Koji Kondo. So talking about the episodes themselves, and how edited and what I did with them, I think I'd want to, finally make a good mention of the item inventory bars that I've been editing in on the sides, and how much of a pain in the ass has been, but it was definitely one of the more interesting parts of editing these episodes. Like, without that, it would be pretty much just me watching the episode and making sure that everything sounds good. And speaking of sounds good, the first, I think, 5 or 6 episodes, the audio quality of the game footage was not as good as it could have been. And not because the actual audio quality was bad, but because I lowered it too much, thinking I didn't want it to be too loud and get distorted. But I experimented with raising the volumes up so that they could be more audible while I was playing the game, and they turned out just fine. Like, I pretty much have the volume thing most of the way up, and it doesn't really get too distorted at any time. But that inventory bar, a lot of work went into that. I could have just used any old track, or just put nothing at all and just put a nice image, like a lot of gamers put there. But I really wanted something like, when I'm playing a 4x3 game, I didn't want to stretch out the actual, game footage, because that's stupid. That just looks dumb. And I didn't, but I wanted to put something interesting there to look at. So I put the items that I was collecting along the way, keeping track of, my progress throughout the game, just, to give some sort of visual cue. Like, you can turn on any episode of the series and know pretty much where I am in the game. That being said, with all that work, it doesn't come without mistakes. I tried my best to make sure that everything was as good as everything was right and perfect, but I did make a couple mistakes. And actually, there's 3 episodes and 2.5 episodes in a row had a very specific mistake, and if any of you guys can find that mistake, there are 3 consecutive episodes, I won't say where in the series, where I made a mistake with what you saw on screen. If you can find that, and you can tell me what it is and what episodes they are, you get a prize. Don't know what that prize is, but if anybody actually takes the time to listen to this and figure it out, I'll figure out some sort of prize. I don't know. But yeah, also a shout out to the music that I've been putting at the beginning and the end of each episode. They're reorchestrations of the soundtrack music by Zelda Reorchestrated. And here's a nice moment right here. Death Mountaintop, just all the sages looking out and everybody partying and everything and seeing all their work. Special thanks to Japan Action Club. That sounds official. Yeah, Zelda Reorchestrated, I love their work. They take old Zelda music and, they use high quality MIDI files and, it's not real instruments, but it's pretty darn close, and it all sounds really good. And I couldn't use every track for this series, but I highly encourage all of you, if you love the music from this game, to go look them up. It's absolutely free. Their work, it's free to listen to. You can even find them on YouTube real quickly. You just look up Zelda Reorchestrated, ZREO. Their names at the end of every episode. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's a touching moment right here when Link returns to a child, and the music stops and Navi leaves. Yeah, she was annoying, but we're gonna miss her. I don't even know where she goes. She just goes through that window, and then Link just leaves. This is a lovely shot right here. That music. Like the church bells, like the Temple of Time has its own bells that someone's ringing. Presented by Nintendo. Well, who else? God, I love this game. God, there's so much I want to talk about, but the credits are pretty much over. Ugh. Now we're in Zelda's courtyard. Zelda walks up to him. Zelda walks up to her. She turns around, surprised, like, who the hell are you? Listen, bitch, I gotta tell you about some stuff that's gonna go down if we don't stop it now. So this is Link essentially warning Zelda of what's to come. Because he knows. The screen goes sepia tone. And we get to the end. And that's pretty much how the game ends. Now, unfortunately, the game does, like most early N64 games, you don't get an option to save after the end credits. So that means the last time that, when I open this file again, the next time that where I'll be is where I last saved, which in this case was the beginning of the tower. I meant to save right before the final fight, but I forgot. But it's not a big deal. So that's kind of annoying, but it's whatever, I guess. I think one time, like, I was, like, you know, going really quickly through the game, and the last time I'd actually saved was at the Spirit Temple. Like, I went right from the Spirit Temple to Ganon's Tower without saving in between. So I beat the game, and I went to open it again, and I was way back at the Spirit Temple, or I think that was it. Oh, you know, actually that was a different game. Never mind. That might have happened, though, but I'm definitely thinking of a different instance. Yeah, I think something else, I think an Easter egg on the end screen here is if you wait long enough, I think it's supposed to, like, play your Scarecrow song or something. I don't know, maybe I'll raise the volume so if it happens, I'll know what's happening. There's no other music, so we won't get any interference from the game itself. But while we're waiting for that, if it happens, I can talk about more of my final thoughts. Like I said, I love this game. It was my first Zelda game, as I've said probably many times, and as I've also said many times, it is not my favorite. It's hard to say what my favorite is. Like, my mood can change on this subject. I usually think A Link to the Past, just because it's such a perfect, you know, iteration of the formula. It's really the first time that the formula was really set in stone, and it was perfected. Like, Zelda 1 had it, but it was a lot more loose. But A Link to the Past, you know, it was linear, yes, but it really set up the formula for what the vast majority of Zelda games to come were. So that's why I usually say it as my favorite, but a lot of them are so good. Like, this game is great, Majora's Mask is great, Twilight Princess is great, pretty much all the console ones, Wind Waker is great. Skyward Sword, I actually haven't finished yet. I have the game, when I started playing it, I enjoyed it, but I got distracted with whatever was going on at the time. I think that game first came out when I first started college, so I think, like, the fact that I started playing it when I first started college distracted me a lot from the game, and I just put it down and never picked it up again, but I really intend to. The handheld ones are also, most of them are pretty good too. Link's Awakening is a great game. The Oracle games are very underrated in my opinion. Phantom Hourglass is also not even as bad as people make it out to be. Like, it is kind of bland and repetitive, and like that you go back to the same place over and over again. But it has the Wind Waker feel on like a much smaller scale, and it's really not as bad as game as people make it out to be. Spirit Tracks, on the other hand, I'm not a big fan of it. I actually never finished that one either, for the similar reasons. I got that game much later after it came out, but unlike Skyward Sword, though, it didn't hook me nearly as much. But it's not the worst game in the world. There are definitely worse games you could play. But enough of my thoughts on the Zelda series as a whole. Like I said, I really wanted to play this game and put it on YouTube for a long time. I'm glad that I chose now because it's the 20th anniversary, and also for the unexpected, you know, you know, spike in the game's interest in the game because of the randomizer that people have been playing so much recently. I didn't expect that to happen. So hopefully, like, I picked a great time to play this admittedly overplayed game on YouTube. There's tons of playthroughs of this game. You can find speed runs, let's plays, glitches, and so many videos on this game you can find. So I admit it, it's a very overplayed game, and probably not the most interesting, probably not a game a lot of people are looking for to watch again. But I think the fact that recently randomizers have taken off for this game, and lots of people are playing it now and watching it, that might be good for me, who's a relatively new YouTuber. So yeah, I think it's a pretty decent series. I think the fact that I think the fact that I 100%ed it on like a let's play as opposed to like doing a speed run and glitch exploit, makes it a little different. Not a lot of let's players 100% this game, just because it's kind of a pain in the ass, especially those gold sculptures where the final prize is the most useless thing in the world. But yeah, I 100%ed this. I didn't show everything in the game has to offer. There's just so many things that are useless and offer you nothing in terms of completion. But those are some things that I'm saving for the bonus episodes. Yeah, I don't think anything's happening with the Scarecrow song here. Unless maybe the game froze. Who knows? Could very well be. So yeah, there's some bonus episodes to come. Some of it will be new material. Like, I definitely plan on having 2 bonus episodes, one for Child Link and one for Adult Link. So be on the lookout for that. Child Link will be basically, there's really nothing left for Child Link to do. I've pretty much done everything you can as Child Link. I don't really think there's anything else that I can think of. I mean, there's probably some hidden holes and stuff, but most of them just contain rupees, so there's no point in that. What I'm going to show off, though, is something a little fun and something I've never really done as a kid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the, put on all the masks from the Happy Mask shop and talk to people and see if there's anything interesting to say. Because I don't know, maybe, especially for the the Zoragorn and Gerudo mask, like, I feel like there's a very specific reason they put those in there. There must be some hidden dialogue that's funny or interesting. So I'm gonna go around and see if I find anything. Adult Link will be a little more interesting in terms of like what I'm gonna show. I think I'm going to show off, as I mentioned a few episodes ago. I'm gonna show off what the bean plant in Gerudo's Valley does, because I honestly don't know. It doesn't get you anything interesting, I don't think. I honestly couldn't tell you what it does, so I guess we're going to find out. I'm going to finish off the Gerudo's training ground, because there's like, a couple more rooms in there. But of course, like I said, there's nothing to really gain from it other than rupees, but I just want to show off the rooms, because I skipped out on them before. And the last thing I wanted to show off, there's another thing I want to show off. I want to keep a secret, because it's a fun little thing. And the last thing I want to show off is in Lon Lon Ranch. After you save the ranch, there's a game you can play with Malon and jumping fences and racing. And you don't really get anything interesting from that either, but it's something. It's a game you can play in the game, and I guess I should show it off. But and that's pretty much all I have planned for bonus episodes. I'm sorry I'm going on forever here. There's just so much I want to, all my thoughts on this I want to share. And you don't even get to look at anything interesting. It just there's sepia tone screen here, and a couple of other bonus episodes I have planned. Maybe not be the most interesting things for everybody, but I figure some people might find it interesting. There's probably going to be about 3 of them, maybe, I think, where I'm going to take the unedited footage of some of the things that I majorly cut out, such as doing the Heart Pounding Grave Digging Tour, the Bonchu Bowling, and the Big Poe Hunt. I'm gonna post those as separate videos without any editing in terms of length, but to keep them more interesting, so you don't have to just hear me moan and grunt the whole time, I'm gonna do some post commentary where I talk about when nothing's really going on, but I'm going to talk about more about how I edited the series and things I did in terms of the choices I made with editing and stuff like that. I don't know. I just figured it might be somebody might find that interesting, maybe. So I don't expect those to be the most interesting things to watch, but it's kind of, think of it as like a bonus feature on a DVD when you just have some clips of somebody doing something stupid, but somebody out there might find it interesting. So it won't take me too long. I basically just got to watch the footage and talk over it, and hopefully find something interesting to say about editing, because I didn't really talk too much about like the actual post-production of the series as I was playing the game, because obviously I hadn't edited anything yet while I was playing the game, so I couldn't really talk about choices I made and how I did it and what I did and all that. So that's what I'm going to do there. So I think that pretty much sums up how I felt about this LP as a whole. One more thing actually is how in the middle of the series I got so frustrated and almost gave up because of all the technical issues I was having. I'm sure you guys remember when I was having issues with Audacity and cutting out portions of my commentary track, and like that was a perpetual issue for about like 4 or 5 different episodes, I think, and it was just the most frustrating thing. I finally figured it out, as you could tell, because I haven't had any issues with that for quite some time. Not since the water temple, thank God. I think it was the water temple. The bottom of the well was actually the last time that I had a problem with that. And yeah, it's such a frustrating issue. And I had issues on the YouTube end of it, and in Adobe Premiere Pro, where I would export the episode and it would just fail. I don't for whatever reason. So and these episodes, because of all the editing I did, they took a long time to export. But I'll talk more about that when I do the post commentary bonus episodes, and I'll talk about all those things. But yeah, so I'm glad I stuck out with it and tried to figure out solutions to the problems and did all that extra editing for all the missing commentary. It was so frustrating, but I'm glad I actually got to see this through to the end, and I'm proud of it, honestly. Like, if I'm still making videos like this, 5 years from now, I can look back on this and say, well, hopefully I can say that the quality overall has improved and that the videos are more entertaining to watch. But I hope that I can look back at this and say, yeah, I'm still proud that I did this, and I'm glad it is here for people now and in the future to enjoy. And hopefully I find myself an audience. I realize that, my videos get like 10 views each, and I'm kind of talking to myself right now. But for the future, when I find an audience and people go back to see what I've done in the past, like all the YouTubers I watch, they didn't always start, as super popular right away, for sure. So I'm glad that I was. So I hope that the people in the future see my newer videos, they like what they see, and they go back to see where it came from. And I'll probably do the same in the future. A few years down the line, I'll go back and watch this and be like, so this is how I started. But enough of that. So for my final thoughts, and yeah, I don't think anything's happening with the music here. I've been talking for 10-15 minutes here, and nothing's happened. I thought it was supposed to, unless I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. I thought something was supposed to happen with the Scarecrow song or something, but I guess not. But so my final thing is, I have decided what game I am going to do for my next series, my next regular series. Footsteps. And I'm not going to say what it is yet. Keep walking, why don't you? I'm not going to say what it is yet. I'm just going to say that it is a GameCube game, and it is not Super Mario Sunshine. That's my 2 hints for it. So hopefully I should have an episode or 2 recorded of that, just to see how it goes, and I'll put that up next week, maybe. This episode should be going up Wednesday. This episode should be going up Friday. This Monday now. The first episode of Ganon's Castle should go up Wednesday. This one should go up Friday. The bonus episodes, I don't know when those are going to go up. I might record those too, because I have to switch out the N64 for the GameCube, so maybe I don't want to have to keep doing that over and over again just to get that footage, but maybe I'll just record them and edit them later. I don't know, I have to decide, but don't matter. Next week I should hopefully start my first episode of the next series. It's a much shorter game, I think. What I mean by that is, it's a game that I haven't played in a long time, and honestly never finished. So it was going to be a semi-blind game, sort of, but I think it's definitely a lot shorter, and I might cut back to 2 days a week, just so it's not over in like a month. But we shall see how the pacing goes. So be on the lookout for the new series next week. And if you're watching this a month from now, then you probably already know what it is. So good luck, good job having the upper hand there by being a future person. So that is it. I'm going to wrap this up now so I don't keep going on and on. If there's anything else I miss and think about later, I'll put it in one of the bonus episodes, or if it's something really important, I'll put it on screen because I really wanted to mention it, or maybe in the description or something. But I think I've said most of the things I wanted to say about the series. Remember, if you can find those those errors in the item bars, on the inventory bars on the sides of the screens, 3 consecutive episodes, if you find that editing error, it's an editing error, by the way. It's not like it's a total wrong item. It's something about what I did with the items. If you can find that error, let me know what the error is and what episodes they're in, and I don't know. I guess I'll do a shout out to you in a future episode or something. I don't know what else you want from me. It's a fun little contest, and probably nobody will even bother to do it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this series as a whole. This kind of went on too long, but I really just had so much to say. I'll probably put some music or something under this so it's not dead silent, like just some soft music underneath. I'll probably do that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. You can subscribe to me if you liked, for future series and beyond. Please leave a comment down below if you'd like, or feel free to reach out to me on Twitter or Telegram at ScholarSeverico. I will put that at the end of the video and in the description box, as I always do. I love you all. Thank you for joining me on this journey of one of my favorite games of all time. A game that I love so dearly. I keep hearing footsteps. And please join me for the next adventure. Hopefully it'll be just as exciting for you and for myself. Bye for now.